unsuspended.
Okay.
Mr. Rankin,
I don't know
yours.
if you need me to read the motion again, Chair.
Sure, why not read it for
I'll
the
just
record?
read it again. In the interests of transparency and accountability, I move that the Justice Committee call upon the Prime Minister and the Governor in Council to extend the waiver of solicitor-client privilege and cabinet confidentiality related to the SNC-Lavalin issue so that the former Attorney General can inform the Justice Committee of any relevant information with respect to the period subsequent to her ceasing to serve as the Attorney General of Canada on January 14th, 2019. That is my motion.
Thank you very much. Any debate on the motion? Ms. Khaled.
Chair, thank you very much, and I think that this whole exercise has been to really shed light on the issue at hand, and we take this very seriously. Now, our original motion talked about meeting after Ms. Wilson-Raybould's testimony to discuss next steps, and I think that it's more appropriate that we talk about this as part of our next steps conversation so that we know and we're not badgering or we're not trying to elicit information that may or may not be there. I think we should have that meeting, us as committee members first before we go there. So I think that at this time it's appropriate that we vote down this motion and revisit the idea at our next steps meeting.
Mr. Rankin?
Therefore, I call the question, Chair.
Okay. Calling the question is I mean, I understand. I understand. Unless there's no further interventions, I can't quite call the question. But I don't know that there are. Is there anybody who really wishes to speak to this? Not hearing any. We'll move to the vote.
Oui, avec plaisir, Monsieur le Président. Monsieur.
With pleasure, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Sassi.
No.
Ms. O'Connell.
No.
Ms. Khalid.
No.
Ms. Saota.
No.
Mr. Barrett.
Yes.
Mr. Cooper.
Yes.
Monsieur Paulus.
Oui.
And Mr. Rankin.
Yes.
Yeas 4, nays 5, 5.
So the motion is defeated. Colleagues, one thing that I would suggest is we have not yet sent out the notice of motion for tomorrow's meeting. I think it will be difficult to digest all of Ms. Wilson-Raybould's testimony for 8:45 tomorrow morning and come back and to consider next steps. May I consult with the vice chairs and come back with a time for the meeting that's a little bit perhaps later in the day?
I think that's a great idea.
Thank you. Okay, so if there's nothing else, folks, meeting adjourned.